Strong and weak verbs. Strong and weak verbs are divided into two. Verbs are divided into two classes, strong and weak. We are going to look at in detail strong verbs and then the usage in sentences for us to understand the strong verbs. Now, these strong verbs form their past tense by changing the vowel inside. It's very simple. You say sing, you change the vowel inside, sang. Fall, you change the vowel inside, fell. It's a very simple thing. As we do the exercise, you will learn. Now, strong verbs form their past tense. Strong verbs form their past tense. Form their past tense by merely changing past tense by merely changing the vowel, merely changing the vowel. Changing the vowel in the body of the present. Changing the vowel in the body, of the present. Okay? Without adding. So we are only changing the body of the present without adding EDT. Without adding ED, T or D. So you don't add all this. Okay? ED, T or D to the present. To the present. Let's look at it again. The strong verbs are formed from there to form their past tense. Strong verbs form their past tense merely changing the vowel in the body of the present without adding ED, T or D. Okay, that's what we are talking about. Now, for example, you will say, as speak. When you say speak, you will change and that the vowel inside changes and it becomes spoke. The speak becomes spoke. Then, when you say fall, it becomes fell. Let's say sing, sing becomes sang. You said, we are trying to form, when you talk about strong vowel, they form their past tense. We're talking about the past by merely changing the vowel inside the body of the present without adding ED, T or D. Now, look at this, speak. We have vowel inside, speak, and it becomes spoke. We have a vowel inside, fall, it becomes fell. We have a vowel inside, sing, it becomes sang. It's very, very easy. So, we change the inside. Within the word, we change the vowel and that's all. Very simple. Now we will look at we have number of words like this. A lot of words, we will go through it. I'll give you the present, then we'll do the past, and then we'll do the past participle. So there are three categories. And we will do it in alphabetical order for us to remember. Now something like I will say awake. Awake, that's the present. Awoke, that's the past. And the past participle, you will say awoken or awakened. Then there are words like bear. Let's say bear is to carry. You bear a child. You bear something to carry along, some big bag of a load or whatever. Bore. I bore that. And finally, we'll say bone. So there are spellings inside the vowel. There's tricky changes, so we'll go through it. We do not need to worry about this. In the sentence, it's automatic. You will learn. Because as you read along, it becomes easy for us. So we will do the list of strong verbs. We list it out and we put the three categories. And we very carefully will read aloud and we'll grasp fast. So now we are going to study the three forms of verbs. Okay, what we are going to study is the three forms of strong verbs. What are we going to do? Study carefully. Study the three forms of verbs. That's what we are going to do. We are going to study the three forms of verbs. Okay. The first category is present. And then we have the past. And then we have the past participle. Past participle. Okay? So first we have present, then we have the past, then we have the past participle. Okay. And the first of its kind, I said we are going to do alphabetical order. Okay? So we are going to do alphabetical order and I'll just put capital A here and then we are going to go through. Okay. So we are going to do alphabetical order. What we have now? First word I have is arise. That's the present. Arise, arose, and arisen. Arise, present, arose. The sun arise. Sun arose at 6 o'clock. The sun arisen has the risen. Next, awake. Awake. Then the past is awoke. And the past participle awoken. Or awoken or awaked. There's a slight change here. Awake, awoke, awaked or awoken. You can say either this or that. All right, next. Bear, that means to produce. Bear. You're talking about you bear something, that is to produce. Okay, bear, and in the past you have bore. Okay? And in the past participle you have born. The kitten, kitten is bear. Kitten bears, the cat bears kittens, some kittens, the cat bone some kittens. Then another bear is carry. Another bear, another word is carry. You're carrying something. Or you carry bear, boar, again here, bear, boar, and bone. Okay, B-O-R-N. The first one you don't have E, and then second one we have bone. Next, beat. Beat. For past also, beat. Now, Mummy beat. Mummy beat the baby. Then the past will the mummy bet the baby. Only the sound different. The baby was beaten. Beat and bet both are same spelling, but the sound differs here. Beat, the baby was beaten. Or the dog was beat the dog, bet the dog, beaten. So three different. Become. You have become, became, again become. Become, became. Become, became, and then the past also become. Past participle also become. You will become a great person. He became the Prime Minister. Okay, begin. Begin. Begin to start something, and then it become began. Began, begin, began, and in the past participle it becomes begun. Begun. Slight change. So let us look at the strong verbs. We study the three forms of strong verbs: the present, the past, and the past participle. Arise in the present, arose in the past, and in the past participle, arisen. Awake in the present, awoke in the past, and you have awaked or awoken. Two different spellings, two different words. Bear, here bear means producing something. Bear, bow, born. Here the basic, here the meaning bear, carry, bear, bore, and born. There is no he here, but in the kitten carrying the baby, or mother bearing the child, born, there is e. Beat. The same spelling but bet. Beat, bet, and beaten. Become, became, and become again. Begin, began, and begun. So these are the three forms of strong verbs we have done. We have a lot more to go. As I told you, we are doing in alphabetical order, and we'll do some more.